In life, I've had many regrets. Getting into statue collecting, drinking that 20-second Long Island iced tea that night. I also know that woman looked mannish, but hey, sometimes. Which brings me to my next regret, selling off my Masters of the Universe statues. Because I just got in Teela's Maquette from Tweeterhead, and it is the bomb. Do they still say that anymore? As the Extreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Extreme channel. Really exciting today. We're going to give away this statue. Not because it's not awesome. It is pretty awesome, but because I simply don't have a need for it anymore. This is my only Masters of the Universe statue I have in my collection. I used to own all of these right here, and I absolutely love them. However, I did end up selling them, but I still had Teela on pre-order. I paid for her in full and she just arrived, and she's pretty fantastic, so I thought it would be great to give out to you guys. So make sure to hang on to that, because I'll tell you at the end of the video how you can win this statue on top of the other giveaways we talked about at the beginning, because we're going to give this away in the next month. So this is Teela from Masters of the Universe. Teela has played a number of different roles, but primarily she's kind of captain of the guards for Castle Grayskull and the good guys in Eternia. Kind of second to He-Man, and she does have some powers, not as good as He-Man. Growing up, I was always a big fan of her and her father, Men-at-Arms. And Tweeterhead, the company that made this, has been doing an entire Masters of the Universe line. Some of the pieces I showed you earlier are actually from that line, and in my opinion, they do an absolutely amazing job. And if I still collected them, I think she would actually be one of the best. Because we're going to do a review on her. We're going to talk about paint, sculpt, the different switch outs. This is the exclusive, before we pack her back up to give her away to one of you. So as usual, we're going to kick it off with concept of this piece. And what they've been doing is most of these have very similar like bases, which I really like. They're both conceptual and actual. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here you have a piece of Castle Grayskull. That's where the sorceress and the good guys reside. So Castle Grayskull is on the bottom here, and it's not a typical castle you would think that a princess or a king live in. However, I love it. It's kind of older, and it's got these huge teeth because it is an actual skull. You see a little monster coming out from the side of it, which is pretty neat on the base. And there's some stairs she's walking up. A lot of them are on the stairs. And she is in her traditional outfit. Now, it always cracked me up. When I was little, you didn't really think about it, but she's a warrior. And she has armor, but only on certain places. And the rest of the places, they try and sexualize. So apparently, she has no danger of getting her thighs or legs or her breasts or anything like that cut. But her armor looks fantastic. Here you see her holding a sword and a shield. And we're going to look at the different switch out options. But she's ready for battle. Maybe she's looking at an enemy, maybe she's looking off into the distance, but she truly is Xenia the warrior princess, or whatever the fuck her name was. But absolutely fantastic job on the concept. I love the little Easter eggs in the base. I love the base itself. I love the pose of Teela, very commanding, has a lot of presence. Now, while I didn't enjoy the new Netflix series for Masters of the Universe, they really portrayed Teela, at least the 3 or 4 episodes I watched, as that actual warrior, which I do think is kind of cool. So I think concept's great. I think Tweeterhead gave a 5 out of 5 on the concept. Really well done. Design, they did a fantastic job as well. Everything from the packaging to the different display options. So let's see the unboxing and assembly. Standard brown shipper. Was pretty light, actually. Did have an art box. I didn't take it out, so if that's what floats your boat, sorry. And here is the custom white foam. Not custom, but standard white foam. 1 layer, lots of pieces. Here it is with wax paper, and then here it is unwrapped. A few styrofoam pieces. Alright, everything fit together fantastic, and as you saw, there's a number of display options. Now, there's 2 different versions, the regular and the exclusive. This is the exclusive right here. The exclusive on the right arm has the Staff of Ka, which has ties to the original snakemen that she fought, has ties to Egyptian gods. So this is the exclusive switch out. All the switch outs came with the sword, and I think they both look fantastic. Even though I love the exclusive, I would probably display the sword because I think it fits her a little better. This is too Evil Lyn Snake Mountain for me. Then all of them come with two portraits. One is kind of your traditional Teela with the short hair. This is what I was used to growing up. And then one is with the large ponytail. And even though it's not traditional, I kind of like this one better. Now this is 1/5 scale, 5 times smaller than the original version, which most of the Masters of the Universe pieces from Tweeterhead and Sideshow's old pieces are 1/5 scale. Kind of a different scale, but that means it'd be 5 times smaller in real life. The base is about 12 inches deep and about 10 or 11 inches wide. For exact dimensions, go to Tweeterhead or Sideshow's website. And she's about 19.5 inches tall. So very displayable. That's what I like about this entire line. So really, design, I can't find any flaws with it. So I have to give it a 5 out of 5, I guess. Paint and sculpt, they also did a very good job. I'm really impressed with this piece. So let's look at some close-up video. So as we dive in, let me look at the alternate display options. So first, the portraits, as you can see, very similar other than the hair. And they did a great job with the hair. I love how it's bunched together. You can see the different strands flowing a little bit. Really nicely done. And then we'll look at the portrait for this one when we get up to that. But I also want to show the Staff of Ka, which looks fantastic. You have the golden snake grabbing that orb. It's wrapped around this wooden pole or stick or staff or whatever you want to call it. Very cool. But the piece itself looks fantastic. I love the way Grayskull looks. Everything from these stalactites on the bottom, kind of like a cave because it's very old. The moss effect that you see everywhere, that deeper green colors. And you'd think this would be too much of that green bluish color, but it's not. They broke up the monotony really good with the ivory teeth. I almost said tooths coming out. The intricate pattern on the steps to give it that royal-like feeling. The base looks fantastic. I like how it looks like actual stone. And then you have a small moist effect on the octopus that's coming up here. Look at the eye. This is such a cool feature. Unfortunately, it's on the back of the statue. Then the tentacles with little barbs coming out of them. Really nicely done. I love that purple. It really helps break up the color issues. Now, Teela looks fantastic. First, let's look at her skin. I think they did a great job. I like the skin color they used. Very smooth texture. She's not over muscularized, which I really appreciate. Very beautiful form. There's her rack if you're interested in that. I'm still a little bit too much for me, but I'm glad they didn't go overboard on that. This arm was a little loose. So really nice job with the skin and the anatomy. And even the details look pretty good. So look at this armor. I'm glad that the gold's not too shiny. I think they picked the right paint color. Really gives you that royal guard feeling. The frills that are sculpted here, both here and then at the boots we're going to look at, I think look great for a sculpted piece. The color is really nice. They added that brown to kind of dirty it up so it's not pure white. Pure white would be overpowering, I think. Same thing on her boots. Then you see the armor on her boots and the straps look fantastic, fully sculpted. They did a nice job. You can even see a few of the folds where her heel is. And then the color they used on the boots to insinuate like kind of leather, I think looks great. But look at how clean the paint is around those buckles too. If you're an ass person, there you go. Little jeweled belt around her. With apparently that's where she needs armor to cover that up. Let's look at the shield really quick. Also looks really good. Now it's on the back of the statue, so you're not going to see it as much. But again, a good color variation. The blue jewels, the gold trim, then kind of this off maroon red color looks great. Now, they used a necklace right here to cover up the seam line for the neck, which was really smart. Portrait looks beautiful. I think they did a really nice job. The eyes are decals. I think that's a little bit of a negative, but I think that's better than doing a bad paint job where they're staring in different directions. Could have used a little bit more definition in the eyebrows, but it's okay for me. Kind of a good makeup look. Maintain that beauty she has, and a lot of the same comments about the hair from before, but it's really impressive from top to bottom. I think Tweeterhead just continues to get better and better. I wish their customer service was better, but really impressed with this piece for sure. Congrats to whoever's going to get it. All right, paint, very clean. Tweeterhead just keeps getting better and better these last few years. I'm going to say this is a 4 out of 5 on paint. They did a really, really good job, and I think that the sculpt equally complements it. I think they did a great job. They didn't over-exaggerate her anatomy. I love that everything is sculpted on it. There's no mixed media. The sculpt, I think, is a 5 out of 5. This is probably their best Masters of the Universe piece. And it's funny because she makes me want to go back and rebuy all the ones I sold and redo the Masters of the Universe line, especially since I was able to get her at retail. So let's talk about value. The reason I won't buy everything back is these things skyrocket in value. They seem to. So it'd be cost prohibitive to me actually tracking all those down. Plus, I don't have display space. Now, what's crazy is, like I said, these go up in value even though they make a shitload of them. They made 2,600 of these. That's right. 600 are the version I have that come with the Staff of Ka. The other 2,000 have everything else. Retail was just under $500, ranging anywhere from $475 to $500. I bought this directly from Tweeterhead. Shipping was only $25, which kind of blew my mind. But this is a fantastic piece. Now, because it was incredibly affordable, and we know that Masters of the Universe pieces seem to go a lot on the aftermarket, and this one is done incredibly well, I think I have to give the value a 5 out of 5 on this. This is a really good value, so I definitely recommend picking one up if you don't win it here. Now, how can you win it here? Before we talk about whether she has the X Factor, I want to dive into this. There are a number of different ways you can support the channel, and those are the people that I like to give away statues to. One of the ways you can support the channel is we are actually very active on social media. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter. The link for those is in the description below. If you want to see exclusive photos and kind of behind the scenes stuff, make sure to check any of those out. However, today we're going to push Facebook. If you're not signed up for Facebook, you can't win this statue. Now, if you don't like that, you can cry to your mom, but you'll feel better because at the end of the video, I'll tell you how you can win other statues. But first thing you need to do is go to the Extreme channel. The link for that is in the description below on Facebook, and make sure you actually like that page. Second thing, there is actually a group called Extreme Collectors. If you go ahead and join that, then we are going to do the giveaway in a few weeks' time via random drawing for everybody who's in that group. Now, make sure you read the rules when you enter the group and make sure you answer all the questions. Otherwise, the computer will automatically kick you out and not allow you to enter the group. So again, if you want to win her, check out the Extreme Channel Facebook page. The link for that is in the description below. On that page, you're going to see that you can join the group Extreme Collectors. Make sure to answer those questions. In a few weeks' time, we're going to do a random drawing for all the members, and the winner will actually get her shipped to their location. And if you don't have Facebook, hold on till the end of the video because there's other statues you can win. But does she have the X Factor? Is she a 5 out of 5 statue? You know, it's not a cumulative score. If it was, she absolutely would be a 5 out of 5 statue. If this was a He-Man statue, I'd probably say yes because I have a lot more ties to He-Man. So I'm being biased, but I don't want to say 5 out of 5, but I think this is. This is, in my opinion, one of the best Masters of the Universe statues out there. I think this is 5 out of 5. Well done, Tweeterhead. They keep getting better and better. I am really, really impressed. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Thanks guys for tuning in. Again, make sure to join the Facebook group so you can win this statue. We'll do it in a few weeks so people have time to watch this video. In the meantime, please hit that like button. Check out some of these other videos and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.